Hello, and welcome to Slash and Fuck, a stupid, sexy D&D podcast. As the title suggests, we are a mature podcast and we'll be dealing with adult themes and content as our story unfolds. If you've already listened to the episodes before this, please feel free to skip this and go right to the action. But if you're just tuning into the podcast, I'm here to give you a recap on our foreplay episodes. Our story begins in the town of Haven, in the north. It's one of several towns under the control of the Covenant of Purity, a religious organization that has brought order to these lawless and wild lands. Our main characters are Thea, the town's flashy and lascivious bard, and one of only 2 local tieflings, and Astris, a half-elf and an overly disciplined town guard trapped in a chastity thong from when she was a squire with the Covenant. The 2 of them find their lives entwined on the day the great bronze dragon Glasswing flies over town, heralding the coming of spring. Astris takes it upon herself to act as Thea's guard as the events of the day become more and more strange. Thea and her friend Drusilla, the only other tiefling in town, convince Astris to let loose and have fun at the celebration parties that night. Their night is full of surprises. They ingest a drug called pink, investigate a house fire, flirt with a handsome huntsman, and party the night away. Things don't calm down the next day, as Thea barely has to convince Astris to play hooky from work. This act escalates into Astris quitting her job and robbing the guard blind, donning a paladin's armor and assuming their identity. She shows up to Thea's house with a cart and 2 horses, and the 2 of them soon realize this deception won't last long. Astris will have to take that helmet off someday. They flee town with the help of the handsome huntsman Gilthaniel and head north into the Feylands. Thea's investigating the increasingly strange voices and gifts she's been hearing and receiving, guided by a jade idol of the fairy lord Oberon, which she was compelled to buy from the traveling merchant Jangling Step. They travel through the bizarre and dreamlike Fey realm before they are set upon by a pack of kobolds. Astris rushes to defend Thea, but before the kobolds can even lay a hand on our Twilight Bard, a massive bronze dragon descends from the sky. Astris and Thea try to run, but the fear is too strong and they trip over each other, over and over and over again. The dragon lands with our girls clutching each other in fear, before transforming into a beautiful bronze-skinned elven woman. It's no other than Glasswing herself, and those were her kobolds. When they apologize and explain that it was all in self-defense, Glasswing gives them one of her scales as a token of safe passage through the mountain caverns they now find themselves needing to traverse. And now, my dear listener, you are caught up to date on our tomfoolery. I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode, and I'll see you again at the end.
So, when we last left off, you were journeying into what you now know is called the Bound Heart, or the realm of the Bound Heart, the land of the Fae. Gilthaniel took you as far north as he could and dropped you off and left you at a 3-way intersection in which you chose the center path towards the mountains. You found yourself wandering amongst shifting biomes and started to just walk towards where it was nicer, It seemed to be more lush and more beautiful, and the more lush and beautiful it became, the further you went. And you came across a beautiful crescent-shaped waterfall area leading down into misty beauty with a vivid rainbow. On your way down, swirling down along the cliffside, you nearly got ambushed by kobolds and fought them back. Easy match for these creatures, but were then
hot girl shit.
But then Glasswing came, and Glasswing swooped down upon you, and try as you might to pull each other out of the ground and help each other make it to the crag before Glasswing could get you.
Oh, we tried
She
so
landed
hard.
Oh my God.
and transformed and had a conversation with you.
She was the hot girl.
She was the hot girl.
Yeah. Yeah, and she seemed rather nice. She wanted to know why you're killing all of her kobolds because they bring her money, and she likes that. You let her know it was a misunderstanding, and she gave you a scale, one of her scales that should give you safe passage with the kobolds through the crag. After that, she left you, transforming back into her dragon form self from the wood elf she was, flies off, and you guys venture into the crag.
Did a door like close behind us?
No.
Are we trapped in the crag?
No, not yet.
Where's my
So
shit?
you're still looking into the crag, coming in from outside, and yeah, you guys are probably talking now about what just happened, maybe your horses and your cart, and what may lay before you.
So we were able to get the horses and the cart through the crag?
Oh no, the horses and the cart,
They fucked off.
They ran further down towards where the base of the waterfalls
Oh,
go.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, you said horses and cart, and I was like, oh, they're there too?
No,
Blastwing brought them back like a true fucking
Wow.
girl pal.
things you might be talking about.
Got you. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gone. Bummer.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my god.
they're probably used to that, so.
The
I was just a little worried about the horses.
yeah. Whew. Well, I don't know how long it'll be before my legs work well again. Oh
Yeah, wow.
we're fucking. Whew, all right. So we're like at the precipice of the outside and this craggy hole. If I look into the craggy hole, I understand that it'll probably get fucky because it's the inside of a mountain and like fuck caves, but like, does it seem like it would be possible to get the horses through it if we took them off the cart?
Well, let's just give you an idea of where you guys are right now. So
Yeah.
think of like a big sinkhole in a rainforest. And when you came up to this sinkhole, you were about a quarter of the way down, and you saw waterfalls coming from the top, and you couldn't see towards the bottom, but there was a path that kind of spiraled down the sinkhole along the wall. Right as you started to go down the spiral, there's little branching terraces as you descend, and one of these terraces had the kobolds and the crag, keeping you at a higher elevation. This crag is, there's a good 50-foot by 30-foot ledge at its widest, leading up to the crag, and the opening is about 25, 30 feet high, and I want to say 20 feet wide at the base. But the problem is that the horses and cart kept running down that spiral path towards the bottom, and you went level. So if you wanted to go down the path and try to get the horses before you went up there, it might be kind of a pain to get them in there, though.
We were directed to go into the crag as a safe passage through, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, with the scale as a don't fuck with us.
I think we're just going to have
token.
to trust that the horses
I think so. Maybe
find somewhere safe, as prey animals are wont to do.
Prey animals. Oh, my instruments. Everything but my lute, my sheet music, all of my clothes, everything we just bought.
Oh.
I think you have your instrument because you were in combat.
I have my lute, but I have like two other instruments that are not on me. So like, I don't know. That's a hard thing for her to walk away from, I feel like. But like also it seems like a pain in the ass. Whatever, fuck it. Let's just go. Let's go in the thing. Let's just go.
Oh gosh, what was her name? Glasswing said that everything here is your your new friend's domain, right?
Technically,
ultimately,
yeah.
You know, so maybe he'll like look out for you. It probably smells good like you, and
Well,
you know,
if it is who everyone says this is, I don't know if I'll really need to worry about money, clothes, or instruments.
Yeah. So. Okay. That's a good way to think
goodbye,
about
my
it.
old things. I'll have to rewrite all of that sheet music. God damn.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Well, you're feeling pretty bummed out about that, making the decision to walk into the crag instead of following the horses down. But Astris seems a bit more positive. So yeah, as I said before in the last session, when you were looking down into this gloom with blues and purples and yellow lights in this less mist and more gloom. Some of the lights are what seem to be hanging in midair or on the tips of columns, and there's thousands of small ones that litter the ground all over the place.
Lights? Like
lights in mist. You can't really tell what their source is.
Will-o-wispy?
They don't move.
Okay, so more stationary.
like
Yeah.
moats.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Looking moat-like, yeah. But some are very large and very high up and, scattered shapes and sizes.
That's good. At least there's light.
I'm glad we
maybe.
can see. I mean, someone's taking care of this place, so.
Yeah. So hopefully that means the paths are well kept.
Yeah.
You're hearing the pattering of the, last of the kobolds that ran away. Their footsteps pattering and little squeaky noises. Rats, almost. Just talking to each other in their language and just running as fast as they can. But otherwise, silence follows the echoes. And you've decided to continue on, and you make your way in. About 30 feet in, the mist starts to creep up or you start creeping up upon the mist. It swirls around your ankles as you make your way through it. It only disturbs the mist for a second or two before it lies flat and undisturbed again. The light from the outside turns more orange, like a sunset, the further you go, and the hole in which you came in seems to just rise away into the sky, into nothingness.
Wow. This whole place is vibes.
And now, looking up, you see lights above you, and these ones look more vine-like, outlining stalactites. The crystals that would form on the outside has a light quality within. And the ceiling or the whatever's above you looks reminiscent of a night sky.
I was going to say, do they look like stars?
Yeah, they do. Just many more stars in clump-like constellations and patterns.
The cookie, the frying pan, the dough ball. Right. I know these constellations well.
The claw.
The cock and balls.
Yeah, so you keep venturing further as the mist climbs a bit higher on your legs as you go further into the descent. Everything seems pretty still and quiet, but a little too quiet now. If you'd like, you can make a perception or an insight check.
Woo! That's good. Okay. 21.
Ooh, 16.
Nice. All right. You both realize at the same time that the kobolds stopped running away once they got a certain depth and seemed to be like hiding and watching.
Shit.
There's too many hiding spots to count. It's dark. You can see pretty well as you both have dark vision. But again, this is an unfamiliar environment in many, many ways. The shadows aren't really working how they should. The mist isn't working how it should. You do know that you're being watched, and every once in a while you might see a kobold poke its little head up and then chitter or something.
I mean, not cute in character, but out of character. That sounds adorable.
For real.
Yeah. You got that thing she gave you? The scale?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have the scale. The only things I have on me are the scale, the idol, and my loot and my clothes.
Nice. You got more than that on you.
Do I? Okay.
Tits and ass.
That's right.
That's true.
All in that wagon.
Yeah. Okay, I've got this wagon. The wagon that counts.
The wagon.
That's right. Don't need a horse for that one.
Oh.
Well,
Would help.
well,
Well,
okay. So do you pull the scale out?
Yeah, she'll probably like walk around carrying it almost like a fucking crucifix. Like,
Right. Okay.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, you've got it in front of you like a crucifix.
yeah.
Yeah,
when
light that
you-
thing up.
When you're like, oh yeah, yeah, and she like pulls it out and like holds it out in front of her. You hear kind of like a from all around you.
The cloud.
Right. And you see their heads poke up and they're chittering to each other and you hear them start to like say a word or a name or something, and it gets a little bit louder, like a wave, and they're chanting it, and you realize it's Raoul, but they're not saying it cool like I say it. They're like Raoul.
I don't want to meet Raoul. Raoul, fuck off.
Oh no.
So you guys keep walking with this because they're not really like coming out to greet you, but they're just making noise and chanting the name Raoul.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I don't know if stopping do us any good.
I mean,
Like,
maybe.
we should probably just push on.
Yeah.
Or
We're just trying to get through, right? So,
Yeah, so you keep pushing on.
like, I don't want to like push anybody aside or anything, but just kind of like cautiously.
they're not like coming up to us.
No.
Yeah.
They're still,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Peeking around.
Yeah, I'm not knocking over anybody's cabbage carts or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have to
We're
make
being
kind of a
respectful.
steep descent here for a little bit as it gets deeper, but you get close to the lights now, which you see are mushrooms
Mm.
of all different kinds, shapes, sizes, and they're producing light on the mushroom caps. And
So cool.
as you start walking more into this valley,
Is it a mist or is it just spores that we've been breathing?
Oh, no.
and as you looked around at these mushrooms, you see they're very much like coral, almost underwater creatures, and they are, some of them, pumping this mist out, like it's breathing the air and pumping out mist. It's undulating.
Got their own little ecosystem here.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're both dead now. Jeez. Really should have considered the.
Oh, shit.
The
Oh, gosh
implications.
darn.
Really can't be in a place like this.
Oh, well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our shitty adventure.
Right.
The end.
Yeah, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons of Darkness. As you're taking this in and you're able to see more of the landscape that you're in, you hear the chants Raoul, 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 and they're like coming from behind you and around you. And then finally you hear this big clang, something striking metal, and they all go silent. Up, out, 50 feet up, far away, you see a figure with torches. You can barely make out. It leaps from where it is. It looks like it's sliding or gliding or something, but as it goes, its torches are igniting a line of torches along the wall, which then spiderwebs out to other torches, igniting and lighting the room in an orange glow as this creature, instead of landing on the ground, seems to just fall out of sight and then bound back up another 30 feet towards you. And then as it falls, you see it lands on a mushroom and bounces again. And it does this, coming closer and closer to you, bouncing on mushrooms smaller and back and forth across until it does one final bounce and does a triple front flip,
Fuck.
rolling and landing in front of you with blades to either side and its head bowed. And it stands and it looks like a male figure. And he whips his blades around, sees You see his eyes, reptilian, like a kobold, but about 5'6", muscular. And you don't see much. His face is covered in this cowl, and he has a half cape, but he's well oiled and muscular underneath. He sees the scale you hold before you, and he flips his knives in the air and then sheaths them dramatically in a flourish. And he says, I am Raoul.
Well, hello.
You hold the scale.
Yes, we do.
You are the chosen. You've come to help.
Help with what, Sir Raoul?
You do not know.
We have been told little.
Ah, yes, little time, indeed. Come. You are safe here.
I want to bow to Raoul, and I see you are also a student of the blade.
Can I insight check this guy?
Yeah, what are you trying to read on him?
Oh my god. Astris, insight, massive respect for Raoul. Just I'm sorry, Raoul's so cool. The best.
I would like to suss if at least if if he's being honest, or if he's just fucking with the obvious people who don't go here.
Oh, you can roll for it, but I'm not going to be rolling against you. He seems pretty honest.
Okay. But all right, so Raoul seems like he's on the level and asking us for shit.
Well, he waves you over to a little area off to the left where there's it looks like a fairy circle of mushrooms where you could sit.
Please, come sit. Let us discuss.
All right, I'll sit down.
How do you do that? You gotta show me how you do that. The jumping and the bouncing and that was amazing.
That was quite impressive.
I'm very impressed.
Raised in the caves, you learn to use your environment to your advantage. Only my master, may he rest in peace, could best me at the mushroom jumping.
What, your master has died. I'm so sorry.
Yes, it was a long time ago. And it's not important. What's important now is all of our treasures. They've been taken. They are meant for Glasswing. And they've been taken deep into this crag.
Oh no!
Yes, the base of the waterfalls is a dangerous place. A once beautiful area. Now taken over by a twisted mockery of a dragon. I do not want Glasswing to know we'd let this territory get out of our control. Please. I thought she knew and sent you in here to fix the problems, but maybe we could take care of this without her ever knowing.
You have my utmost silence on the matter. I assure you.
All right, are you lying?
No, I'm not gonna say shit. This is not my fucking problem.
Okay.
She also didn't say she was gonna do shit.
Right. Yeah, so
if you help me, we could kill this creature and retrieve everything we have lost so that we may please Glasswing.
Okay. You said the creature was some sort of twisted, evil, dragon-like creature?
Yes, like a man, but a dragon. But like a monster, more. A big monster man. Dragon.
Well, that clears it right up.
All right, and
Hey, I'm happy. You see, I am the most intelligent of my clan.
Wait, he is a
heralded
kobold?
your arrival.
yeah, he is a kobold.
He's a big kobold?
He's a medium-sized kobold.
Wow.
But he's hot.
Yeah, I'm
And
like...
he's hot, yeah. One thing, actually, Thea, I'll roll that insight check.
Smitten. Like,
Get it! Get me to rip that fucking thing right off your ass. Oh no. That is an 11.
11, good enough. So he's got a helmet. He's got a helmet that he had on him He wasn't wearing it when he made his entrance, but when he sat down, he set it down next to him. And it's got like goat horns on it or something, but it's in pretty similar shape to your horns. And you're looking at it like, huh, that's kind of cool. And you're looking around, you see that his tail, or not his tail, you see that he has a whip too, just like all the other ones. And the whip has a spade on the end. And you're looking at his skin color, and it's strikingly similar to yours. And you can't help but think of Bonejaw freaking out on you and why he might dislike you.
Oh my god! Shut up! This bitch is the reason that dog wouldn't let me get it.
You
I'm outraged.
about
Yeah. You're like,
unpredictable.
you're like, wow, he is hot. He's super hot. Huh.
She doesn't have time to process that. We're just gonna file that away and go, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you're like, okay, you let that one go.
Water off a duck's back.
Yeah, he just got finished telling you how he was the most accomplished kobold in his clan. He is begging to bring you down to this lair of the dragon monster man so that you guys can help kill him.
I mean, my nature, I can't turn this down, but I'm looking at Thea like, I already got out of that town. That was my whole goal. So, like, it's up to you.
Yeah, Raoul says to Astris, that you could most likely learn to do the mushroom jumping, but not in that armor. I'm afraid you can't move in that armor.
Oh, I mean, you'd be surprised how well I can move in this armor.
You should show him how well you can.
Yeah, and then I show him how some poses.
It's very nice, but I have slain 2.5 men who wear armor such as yours.
Fantastic.
Wait, yeah, I'm like impressed, and then
This way, please.
All right.
No, yes. Paladin.
You follow him down, and he's being rather quick. He's like a rat. He zips around from place to place and then kind of pokes his head up where you're like, come, please, faster. And
like a little meerkat.
Yeah, totally. You're like, what is... And you don't know where you're going. You're just kind of walking through the mist and the rocks. And then he comes out into the path in front of you, and he's like, okay, it descends here. It reaches the water down in this cave. We must tread carefully. Can you climb in such armor? So, you can climb down slowly, or you can try to show off and make an athletics check.
I want to show off and make an athletics check because, what do you call it? Stunting? Yeah.
Roll with a d6. I'm going to inspire you.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thank you for the d6. 14.
You know what? That's fine. You don't do anything spectacular, but
I rolled a 3, folks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the bardic inspiration that gave me 5.
I just remembered I had those, so you're welcome.
She's a bard, folks.
Yeah.
For now.
The worst bard ever.
So, you didn't do like a somersault down there or anything, but you climbed down, you didn't slip, and it was fine and smooth.
I wanted to flex my butt. That was the main thing.
Yeah. And you went a little bit faster than you would have if you had just gone carefully. You just went down comfortably.
You did
Even
so
with my
good.
Shit poor rolls.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had disadvantage.
And how about you, Thea?
Oh, I hate that I can't inspire myself. I would like to argue that bards are egotistical enough to inspire themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should get off on it.
It's all ego. All right. Oh god, just a straight roll. All right. Astris, you might need to catch me. Can I have acrobatics?
Sure.
13.
All right. Yeah, acrobatics, you let yourself hang down kind of, and then you start kind of swinging from one place to the next, and then it looks more brachial, like brachiating than anything, but it's weird that you're doing it on the rocks. Eventually, your foot doesn't land on a rock. It lands on a mushroom.
Oh, no.
And it kind of bounces you a little bit further than you meant. And as you're going down, you aim for another mushroom, and it kind of cushions your fall and bounces you up about 5 feet, and then you land on the ground.
On my feet or on my ass?
On your feet.
I do a bow.
It actually looked a lot better than it felt. You were panicked, but it kind of just bounce, and you were fine.
As I bow, I'm just like, oh, my fucking back.
And we'll say you didn't scream because you can hold it together.
Scrammed on the inside.
Yeah. So that looked really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Astris, you got to see her bounce on the mushrooms, and you're like, wow, I didn't know you were so like acrobatic. That's awesome.
So jiggly.
I'm so impressed right now with these two very attractive people that I'm with.
Impressed.
Yeah, impressed.
Yeah. So you see Raul, he makes his way down, leaping off sort of a swan dive, and then flips and lands on a mushroom further out from you guys, and then backflips backwards, and then lands amongst you.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
And you hear some Raul, like wherever he lands, you hear like a smattering Raul.
It's cute that they love him so much.
Right?
It's really cute. He's like their older brother who knows language.
And and so he leads you further in, and you start to hear water, and you see the mist kind of getting sucked into holes in the ground in certain areas, and you can hear water rushing. So you know now that there's like an underground river nearby, and you can feel the chill of it, as that kind of vacuum pressure of large bodies of water pulling through a tunnel. And as you turn a corner, you can see it open up as the water is rushing by to your right and splits off into a bunch of different streams. You can't see much further in than that. He says, now this is going to be tricky for you, especially armor. Do you think you could jump at the mushroom?
I don't think you could stop me.
So you have to jump across this rushing water.
Oh, shit.
In full plate on bouncy mushrooms.
Hell yeah.
Now, you're going to have to bounce on one mushroom to start, get to the middle of the water, bounce on another one, and then to get to the other side.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Can I ask Raul for some help? Like
some pointers and stuff?
Pointers and if it takes if there's getting a hand on the first jump, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I've never done this before. I'm not ashamed of
I
want the form and the yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He says, of course, I show you, look. And he just walks over about 10 feet to another mushroom. And he's like, look, there's a smaller one next to it that you could step on to the next. And he's like, test it. And you stand on one and jump.
Yeah.
They'll hold your weight.
Yeah, I want to get the hang of it first. Yeah.
Yeah, you can play around in it. Thea, you want to do it as well?
Yes.
All right. So
I'll join in class.
All right.
Is there a trampoline size for, that's kind of you can bounce together?
Further away.
Yeah.
Depends on how long you want to spend.
No, it sounds really fun, but
I'll say you guys got the hang of it for about 10, 15 minutes. And he's like, who would like to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. You went first last time. Okay. I suppose it's only fair that I try this time. I can't have you doing all of the dangerous shit first.
Yeah, I guess it's easy to stick to landing.
Please, after you, my horned demon lady princess.
Princess. Okay.
So you can have this with advantage since you practiced.
Okay. We're good. That's going to be a dirty 20.
All right. And your second one?
That'll be a 17.
All right. Yeah, you stick it just fine. After figuring out just about how bouncy these things are, it was a little unnerving because you didn't actually practice crossing anything or going that distance, but you landed it, you went higher than you thought you would go, and that was frightening, but you landed on the one in the middle, and that's a big, big help. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
How do you see Thea jumping across this?
I see her sort of like I feel like when she's in the air, she's very conscious to keep her toes pointed like a dancer. keep a long line in her jump if she can. But as gracefully, and it's gonna be bouncy. Everything's gonna be bouncy.
Okay, so like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon jump.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Just kind of
Ooh-sha.
fluttering. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's what Astris sees.
Nice. Graceful.
Yeah, and you can get 2 rolls with advantage, either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you use.
A 1 and an 11 plus 6. So 17.
Sweet. And then your second roll?
Okay, that's better. 21.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
You stick the landing too. How do you see yourself jumping across?
Yeah, I think I'm probably more focused on like keeping a bend in the knees and then like looking where I want to go.
Okay, so you like pounce across?
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, like a hunter. Kind of like... So she doesn't go very high. She just kind of like leaps across. It's kind of frightening, actually. As you're watching her, it's like, oh, she's going to jump over. And then it's like, jump. Like, oh
gosh.
There she is.
That was very fast, Astris. Fuck.
Yeah, and then, shortly after you land, Raoul lands behind you and he's like, well done, armor.
Thank
you. Move it.
I told you.
Thank you
She's
for
fantastic.
the tips. Yeah.
Move it speed this way. And this time he's being quiet. And he goes into more of a low position and starts approaching.
Yeah, I'd do the
suit.
same. Yeah. I'm so glad I have this masterwork armor.
Yeah, roll your stealth.
Oh, I think I'm good at that. I think that's one of the things I'm incredibly good at.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God, I thought it was a 1.
Not today, full play. Oh, I thought it was a 1 too.
It's a 7. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's a 9, but...
I will have my win.
That is a dirty 20 for me.
Nice. What'd you get?
9.
9? Okay. Yeah, you're you go to like crouch low, and it's not the armor that really is making all the noise, whereas you're just kind of making noise as a person. Like you go to crouch down and there's a mushroom right underneath, and you're like, oh. And like he looks behind you and you're like, sorry. He's like, shh.
So true to life.
Yeah, you stub your toe a little bit and you say, shit. Like everybody just looks at you. Trying to be quiet. Everybody, shut the
Astris, you're embarrassing me.
Thankfully, it doesn't seem like anything hears you approaching.
Thank God.
So
Bless this waterfall.
you are making way up through the echoes of the cave system. You hear water through the floor, through the walls, making interesting noises, dripping, blooping, and all kinds of stuff. But then you hear something awful, some horrible, horrible scream. You hear just this blood-curdling screech that you think sounds like a horse.
Uh-huh, I knew it.
Yeah.
Bad man, bad.
We gotta kill this motherfucker now. He's killing the horses.
Screaming and screaming, and it doesn't stop. It's horrific. So you guys start moving a little bit quicker, and you look over, and you're on the ledge overlooking what looks to be kind of a cove off of one of the streams where there's just a bunch of stuff that's piled up. Mostly crap, but you see one of the carts your cart there. You see other carts that have been smashed up. Your cart doesn't look like it's been disassembled yet, but you do see your horse, one of the horses, screaming in agony as this creature, this monster, dragon-like man, is tearing into the belly and leg of this horse like a lion would at a feast. And this is no dragonborn. This is something bigger and more bestial. It has 2 arms, 2 legs in the shape of a human, but its head is just huge. Its mouth is long and its jaw distended like a snake. And it has what it looks like animal intellect, but not the intellect of what you would see in a human, something you'd see in an apex predator.
Okay.
And it looks like it's pretty wrapped up here in itself, eating on this poor horse. But, he's eating from the middle up.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah. Yeah, into this cove-like area. It's about 50 feet and a half circle, and you are 10 feet above this area on a ledge that terminates to your left, just turns into a wall. So you can't just stay on the ledge all the way around. And a stream of water. Nothing huge, but just a stream of water that kind of bisects, the rest of the cave with this. But there are mushrooms on the ground and all over the place. So what do you want to do?
I mean, I want to act.
Can we gather is it just the 3 of us, or is there going to be a wave of like tiny little kobolds just
that would have been helpful to talk about.
They would
like
be
this
useless.
is their shit.
We have tried. They fall by the score. It is not worth the loss of life.
Okay, noted.
All right.
Only such as I, with my skill of my master, and my size, would even give me a chance, but not alone.
And that's why we're here.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Paladin?
That's right. It's meant to be. Okay, I mean, I want to take it by surprise while we can. If we're ready to act, if like we all look, give the look.
Yeah, you can talk a little bit, real quick.
I'll try to stay up on the ledge as best I can. It's 50 feet, so we'll see.
Yeah, and he is around the middle of that, so he's about 25 feet away. Jump charging distance, if you will.
Yeah.
And yeah, Raoul says, Armor, you go first.
Yeah, that's what
I will take the flank. It hurts them if you hit them in the soft part behind. I found.
Okay. I would like to, if there's a mushroom that's big enough, use that to jump from the height that we have and jump to his location with some kind of like jumping attack. I don't know if that's allowed in D&D these days, but
You want to run and jump from a mushroom at your height
yeah,
down to him.
down onto
Charging
him.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like a diving attack.
Yeah, it's like in Zelda. You
Yeah, it's
like,
it's the cool Zelda attack.
the X maneuver when you're in the air.
Yeah. So
Before you go, can I slap your ass and give you bardic inspiration?
I would love that. I would
"Jump
also enjoy this
for
bardic
your
inspiration.
love, so jump in.
all right, so this is going to be a surprise round. And Astris is going to be starting the party off.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go for Morningstar and Shield then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guide me through the rolls?
Yeah. It's just one acrobatics or athletics roll.
That's great. Okay, so I'm rolling for the jump with athletics. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it because I rolled a 5, which will total for 11, which feels like I think if it were 12, I would feel really good about it.
Fair.
Yeah. And then that's going to give me a 3, so that'll be 14.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, you make it.
Awesome. Yeah, ideally I'm like just right behind him.
Yeah,
But
you
quietly.
you wanted to jump over him? Like
Um,
behind, like try to land. I thought you were just gonna smash on your way down, like right,
Yeah, like
right on top of him, basically.
Oh, yeah, I mean like, yeah, but like I guess my feet would not be like also in his
Not in his square.
I don't want to stand on him as I'm landing on him either.
I just figure like right in front of him, just bam.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll your attack.
Woo!
Woo. That's a dirty 20.
Sweet. That hits.
6 bludgeoning damage.
6. All right.
Nice.
So as you're jumping, so you run off to the side real quick where it runs to a wall. Basically, you jump onto a mushroom that's growing off the side of the corner there and angle your jump so that you go straight at him, chest square, shield forward, and your morning star landing right on the crown of his head. But he moved it just the last second and caught his shoulder and definitely surprised him as he gets smashed a bit forward into what he was eating. And the sound is awful. The horse is still screaming, but now he's screaming, he's roaring, and looks completely enraged and confused. Right as you hit his shoulder, you saw Raoul land behind him silently. All right, let's roll initiative.
Yes.
Raoul doing hot boy shit.
13. Yeah, hot boy shit.
11. It's okay. I like going later on.
Me
this.
too.
Cool. All right.
Rolling
It's
all
a
the
lot of
dice.
dice.
I'm trying not to get nervous because we have an ally.
Well, maybe Raoul's a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this roaring monster in your face, Astris, he's screaming, and then suddenly it turns into a higher pitched screech that matches more the horse in tone. As you don't see Raoul, but you heard just some meat cutting noises around the back. It seemed like back here, or around the back where he said it hurts. And he wasn't lying.
For the tender bits.
It looked it really hurt. Yeah, and so Raoul got his sneak attack off there, and
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Astris, you can go.
So I would like to attack him again with my morning star. All right, that one died.
Goodbye.
You rolled a 13. I don't know if you want it.
I'll keep that. Thank you. Plus 6, 19.
That hits.
Excellent. Another 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
right in his stupid face.
His eyes were rolled back into his head and was turning around to see what had just stabbed him. And as he was turning, he met your morning star. You smashed him right between the eyes, breaking his nose. And he stumbles and he doesn't scream anymore, and he looks kind of confused again, but this time like where he doesn't know where he is, and is just swinging wildly. You might have given him a really serious concussion there. You know, like if it was somebody you were training with, you'd have him sit down. But,
Whoa, buddy.
but he's not. All right, and so it's Thea's turn.
All right. I'm going to hit him with my mean words. So he needs to succeed a wisdom saving throw and beat 15.
He saves.
Fuck.
Sorry.
That's okay. What fucking you look stupid. Damn it.
Does he not take any damage?
No, I don't do shit, dude.
Damn.
Vicious mockery sucks, but it's good, but sucks.
Save or ouch.
Hold on.
Yeah, big or no.
Now that you mention it, he does have a concussion, so I'm going to say he has disadvantage to that one. And yeah, he fails.
Oh, yay! Okay, he takes a D4 of psychic. He takes 1 psychic damage.
Yes.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll. He probably would have anyway, so he's double disadvantage.
Super dumb.
Super dumb big boy disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely concussed.
Yeah, he is wobbling on his feet. It looks like his next act may be his last. He is not quite here anymore. And it is Raul's turn.
Get it, boy.
Open him up, bro. Finish him.
Yeah, Raul, you see Raul leap up from a mushroom and land on this creature's back, burying his knives deep into its neck. And then it falls to its knees and roars one last time and falls face first with Raul on his back as he pulls out his blades, wipes them up on his scarf, and then sheathes them.
Is the horse dead or is it still screaming?
Screaming,
We
unfortunately.
kill the horse.
Would I know if a cure wounds would do anything?
You could try.
All right,
Oh,
I'm going to
that's
run
smart.
down to the horse and I'm going to try to cure wounds the horse.
Sure.
I know magic
Make
is
an,
sexy,
make
but
an
I don't.
acrobatics check.
Okay.
Bounce.
Yeah, bounce down there.
Bounce. Oh, God, I thought it was a 1, but it's a 7. That was Terry. Okay, so 7 plus 3, so 10.
Yeah, you made it. Yeah,
Okay,
you're
thank
not
God.
trying to be cool, but you just have to beat a 10 to bounce on the thing.
But yes, okay, excellent. I make it down, so I'm going to cure wounds the horse. So that's a 1d8 plus my modifier. Okay. Okay. Where is it? So that's 9 points of healing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it calms down. It's breathing heavy, but it like and like stands up as you see its wounds just stitched together. Muscle regrows and tendons
Holy
connect.
shit.
And it stands and trots around and kind of kicks a few times and bucks its legs and then shakes its head and comes back to you and nuzzles its face into your chest.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of almost pushes you over because they're huge and it's just trying to lean.
I rub his big flat dumb face.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I know,
it moves over
buddy.
and like moves next to you so that it can lean against you.
I know.
I'm so
buddy.
relieved.
I'm
I
so
put my blade back
sorry.
into its sheath. I was so ready to put that horse out of its misery. Oh my God, I didn't know that was
This is why I didn't name you.
like you're showing me that like there's an alternative.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was another way.
I'll say sorry, I forgot to mention while you were casting Cure Wounds, the vibe shifted in the cave. As the screaming horse started squealing a little bit and then whining and squeaking, kind of like a dog would, and then just breathing heavy, you feel this radiating, pleasurable feeling that just thrums through you, like your spine is the chord that it's playing, this thum, 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 thum. You feel a lot. Everybody does. Astris, you feel it too. You look down in your hands where you have these cuts and everything from sharpening your blade have all healed up, and little nicks and bruises are gone, and that little pain that you had in your neck is not there.
Oh, from the kobold?
Yeah.
So, can I recover 3 points of
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, also that feels good.
Raul falls to his knees
Whoa.
and
Oh, Raul, you okay, bud?
Great witch, I apologize. I did not mean to offend. And your friend Armor, I was merely taking joke. Please do not kill
Raul.
or turn into frog.
Raul. Get up, buddy. Don't worry about it.
You are much merciful witch.
It's okay. We did it. We
When did this
what
thing
is that
arrive?
thing?
Yeah. What the hell is this, Raoul?
He goes,
Wait, hang on. Are we ignoring the sexual tension in the room?
a little bit.
Raoul,
Yeah, everybody's kind of
what
like,
is that?
and then Raoul like makes a scene. You're like, oh no, it's fine, whatever.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
great. It's really great.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. He didn't seem to feel it. So he's not in on that.
Damn, poor guy.
So, but you weren't touching this time. So you're noticing, just like with the prestidigitation, it's kind of a connection you have around each other.
Mm. Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Fun
So
stuff.
you turn to this dragon monster man. It's just about as descriptive as you could get with this thing, you know?
Yeah.
And he, Raoul says, and he tries to kick it over, but it's too big. It's like, Armin, help, please.
Yeah, okay.
And so
help him push it over.
push him over onto his back.
You guys got
and
this.
Take a look at him. Yeah, Thea's,
Thanks, Thea.
she's going to the cart immediately, looking for her
I want my shit.
her stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's finding it. She's like, oh
My shit.
my
My
god.
waterlogged fiddle. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever to
Oh,
dry.
the humidity in here.
My music.
Yeah, definitely. There's some water damage, and
Ooh.
You just hear that ambiently as y'all are doing like actual important shit. I'm being materialistic.
and it's like little, like some of the things are open, so you're like, great,
Oh.
and you're like, it looks like it's full, but one of those buttons is missing that you had in there. There were two buttons, but there's one, so you don't know if it's in the pile outside or not, or if it fell off. So yeah, you're gonna be there for a little while. So you hear Thea off there growling and kind of just like, you fucking kidding me?
Swearing in Infernal.
Yeah, totally. And that sounds awful. Too.
Yeah.
It sounds
growling and
less a language and more of a
I think he
experience.
meant it sounds hot.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like a coal fire burning over there.
Wow.
That's
With
sexy.
sulfur spitting out. But yeah, there's sizzling and, it's hot. So you're getting a good look at this thing. It looks like maybe it was a man or a dragonborn
Mm.
at one point.
Is it wearing any clothes at all?
No, giving it a search, it looks like there's bits of clothing that are still on,
Mm.
only because they haven't been shredded off from the sheer size or it's strange. It's like it has several layers of scales that have grown on top, a snake that never molts.
That's not
It's
healthy.
got an enlarged cranium and jaw that looks like it was painful to have. Bone splitting out of skin in some places, skin still hanging and drying, healing up around
Oh, God.
new areas within it. Yeah, and between all of the scales that you can see on this, his base layer, all have cracks between, just raw between them. The mouth, monstrous, wide. The tongue is lolling out, and it's not long like an alligator. It's much, much shorter, but very wide. There's just as many teeth as an alligator, but not as long a snout. It's not really carrying anything. It has these claws that have just grown and grown and grown. Raoul, he kicks the body, spits on it. This one is a cursed one.
Mm.
These, not dragons, man dragon, accursed. Already monsters become crazy. All I've seen turn to this.
Oh, the dragonborn you've seen?
Yes, dragon man. Turn into monster dragon man.
Well, that's really disturbing. Wow. Yeah, I guess, could I look closer at, the split skin and the bone growth stuff? And see what's going on? Do, a medicine check or something? I mean, I don't know shit about dragonborns. Maybe I should ask Thea.
Yeah, it would be more of an arcana check, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. This looks like magic's at play.
Okay.
You know, you can tell just from looking at it that, this thing has been growing at an unreasonable pace in weird areas.
That's awful. Yeah, I guess I'll probably want to wait for Thea to finish with the cart to get her to take a look. Like, you okay over there?
Well, we're not going to be able to get the cart out of there again. That thing's fucking busted. But I did manage to get most of our shit out of there in the bags, and I'm kind of like hauling them out into the dry.
Oh. I'm like, oh, honey, I'll get that. Like, and like, is the other horse still here? Or is it just...
No,
Oh, sad.
it wasn't tied to the cart.
Okay.
So it probably took one good look at that thing and ran off.
Oh, that's good, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the horse that loves us the most.
Yeah.
I am.
So
It's God.
like, here, why don't we trade? I'll take over picking up heavy things, and you go check out that weird thing. It's like really gross.
Yeah, it looks gross.
Yeah, it might have been a dragonborn, and Raoul is saying any dragonborn he's seen turned into that. So that seems really fucked up.
That's unnerving, to be sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Right? Like
I'll go take a gander.
Yeah, whenever you say Raoul, you notice everything else around you says Raoul. from the
Raoul.
distance.
Thea starts playing with it, like
Yeah.
seeing if she can
Yeah,
get
Thea,
them to
Thea
go in
picked
like
up on it
call and
immediately
response.
and was like,
Pretty much.
not the time, not the place, because it was before the fight. But now you know.
she's like chorus over there, chorus over here.
Yeah.
Yes. You said this would be Arcanum, Arcanus.
Yeah, Arcanus.
Yeah. Put your Arcanus on it.
I'm not very good at Arcanus, so we'll see. Ooh, it's a 19.
Hell yeah.
And I don't add anything to it because I'm only kind of smart.
Yeah, you're smart enough to get by.
Wait, that's so sad. I even got to add stuff to stealth.
It's a flat roll. I'm okay. The church finage didn't really teach me much, so
Yeah. Okay. So you are looking at this dragon monster man and seeing similar conclusions to Astris with how it's grown and out of control and wacky. And you look at it more with a discerning eye magically. And it's not something you're super practiced with, but as you look, this thing looks positively riddled with transmutation magic. And it's pumping through his veins. And it looks like, or it would have been pumping through his veins.
if they pumped any longer.
It
Pumped
seems
right
that
out of him.
the magic was spread through his body like a cancer.
Oh God.
It mutated him, made him different. One thing you did notice that this dragonborn was probably a white dragonborn.
Okay.
So,
Kind that can't dance.
I don't know how discernible this would be, but is it able to tell if it seems like it was like done intentionally or if it is just sort of a byproduct of some weird like ley line type shit, you know? Like is this guy a fucking experiment or is like this like magical nonsense just kind of, did he just stand over the wrong fissure, you know, like
well,
sort of thing?
it looks like an infection, or like a virus or something. And it doesn't seem like anybody would sign up for this. Raoul had mentioned that every dragon man he had seen had turned into one of those. So you could talk to him.
Raoul, darling.
Raoul.
you
Yes.
you said to our paladin that every dragon man you'd seen had turned out like this?
Yes.
How many dragon men have you seen?
This one.
Okay.
Yes. We always knew not to trust the dragon man because they're monsters, and it's just proof.
Okay.
Astute.
Well.
Faker dragon icons, not real dragon. Tried to be too much man,
they go to the city. Too much dragon, they turn to here. Obvious.
You sexy little thing with dragon. Kobold man thing.
It's no real dragon.
He's so handsome.
Interesting.
He is so handsome.
Astris, are you by us or are you somewhere else?
I'm
Are
nearby.
you carrying
I'm
the
like
bags?
listening, but like, you know, I'm organizing the bags like heavy because I'm gonna have to carry it, right?
I mean, like we can sling it over the horse's ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
should be
yeah,
okay.
I've been doing that, strapping
Okay.
horse down. But horse can come over here. Horse love you, so
Horse love me.
yes.
So, Astris, this looks like an infection. This doesn't seem. I mean, well, none of this is normal, but it's really hard to tell what within this realm is normal or not. But this
Yeah.
seems decidedly abnormal for the abnormal.
Wow, that's kind of gross,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I guess it's a good thing neither of us are dragonborn.
Yeah.
Right.
We're
Yes,
gonna,
good thing. He spits.
we're going to step away from this.
All right, well, we did it.
Yeah. So Raoul, he says,
I thank you 1,000,000 times. And I cannot say that in actuality. But I hope you understand what I mean.
Of course.
Please, I ask you take anything you want from any one thing that you want from the pile before we give it to Glasswing.
That is most generous, Raoul.
Do we both get a treat, or is it we both collectively pick one treat?
are you asking Raoul?
I wouldn't say it like that.
I wouldn't say treat.
It seemed like he offered each of you anything you wanted, then looked at both of you and said, each of you can have one thing, and then looked and was trying to like make it even. Yeah, he looks like he doesn't want to give up much.
Got it.
That's fair.
It's the whole like, Dad, can I borrow $50? They're like, $40. We need $30 for.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess, is there anything cool and or worth taking? Is
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
the first step.
Yeah, take a look.
All right. Well, we'll eyeball it.
I could take a penny, leave a penny.
Yeah. Look at how well muscled Raoul is.
I know.
He's
I'm just
definitely-
admiring it. Raoul, yeah, we should duel or something like for fun.
for fun.
We should wrestle. Or you guys could wrestle, and then we could wrestle, and then we could take turns
not
wrestling.
really much for wrestling.
Oh no. Okay. Well.
Okay.
All right. So I've already slept with Raoul.
Are you trying to fuck
That's gonna
Raoul?
happen off screen.
It already happened. You missed it. You weren't paying attention.
Fuck!
Damn.
I blunked.
Yeah.
All right. So, Thea, I imagine you're looking for magical looking items first, right?
Yeah.
You had plenty of time while Raoul and Astris were flirting. You don't know much about magic, but you do know that a lot of magic items, from what you've heard, you need to bond with it or something, or, like figure out how you can make a relationship with it before it'll
Charm
really
it.
like help you.
You need to put it inside
So,
Oh.
yeah. What she said. But you do find a couple of items that look magical.
Okay.
And one of them, as I know you were looking for instruments, is a lute.
you. A woot.
Yes. And it is a black lute with pink accents all throughout its body. A truly exquisite example of its kind. A creature that attempts to play the instrument without being tuned to it takes some shit. You can use an action to play the instrument and cast cast a spell. Yeah, you can do it once per day. You can cast one of its spells. And it says you can play the instrument while casting a spell that causes any of its targets to be charmed on a failed saving throw, thereby imposing disadvantage on the save. This effect applies only if the spell has a somatic or material component, but it also has an extra ability. While singing or speaking, you may choose to be twice as loud as you would be in a concert hall, making your intelligible voice reach 1,200 feet rather than 600 feet.
Holy shit.
I wouldn't have to use thaumaturgy all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're taking
That's
that.
loud.
We're taking that.
You could spook everybody in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Just
They'd
gonna,
be scared.
while you go and like finger through the pile of stuff, Thea's just gonna be like slack-jawed, like, oh my God. She's
Yeah.
gonna like start like touching the strings, be like, what do you sound like? Oh my God.
And a weird decanter. Now, you're going to have to look at this a bit. It is a glass decanter that is filled with a magical red fluid. And roll an Arcana check, Thea.
Mhm.
Oh no, that is a 7.
Or like, is there like a lore or something?
No.
Knowledge, history, or
Those are all int. All of the inty things I think are what I need.
Wisdom,
Your
you
girl
could-
ain't there.
be insightful about it.
You know what? Yeah, it would be insight.
Okay.
Just trust
in
your
that
gut.
case, it's a 9.
You have no idea.
I don't fucking.
But it seems really magical. Restoration magic.
Oh, red juice in a vial.
Big
Come on.
sippies.
Yeah. It's
Listen, man, I've never had to. What is this? You,
Well,
you
Big
drink
gulp.
this?
like you look at it and you're like, what? Restorative? Like,
It's a health potion.
so it's not a potion
No?
because it's
Okay.
a decanter.
Oh, decanter. Oh, like big boy.
Yeah.
Big gulp.
A
Decanter.
big gulp.
Here, roll an insight.
Okay. Wow.
I'm holding it up, looking at it like, what the? I'm like holding it up to the light. What the fuck are you?
Oh, net 20.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of, you're like, oh no, you were totally incredible. What? And then you walked over, and like, what is it? And then you look at it, you dip your finger in it, and you're like, health potion. And then she sucks on it and walks back over to Raoul sucking on her finger.
Oh, whoa.
It's a big gulp of health potion.
But yeah, not just the liquid, but the container itself too.
Whoa.
Huh.
It make health potion?
It's a special bottle. Cool.
Yeah, that would be some potion you'd have to chug. Drink this quick, quickly. You're
Hey,
hurt.
chug this.
Chug it faster.
That's
Come
a
on,
bonus
pussy.
action. 3 seconds.
Like my stomach has been cut open. It just falls out.
Pour it directly into your stomach.
Oh.
You bring the items up and show Raoul, and he's like, yes, sure. We will take the rest to Glasswing. So, Armor, you travel through here seasonally?
No, this is my first time actually.
Oh, well, there's much more than the cave. Sometime maybe I could show you.
Yeah, I would love that. That sounds great. Maybe we could
Perhaps you could stay the night. You and your great witch, powerful witch, demon friend can stay as well.
Yeah, she's really powerful and scary. You should definitely I mean tread lightly around her, I'd say.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Definitely do whatever she says.
Your wisdom is unmatched. Yes. He starts squeaking into the air, kind of like chittering, like like a rat, but much louder. And then after it echoes away, you hear an acknowledgement in the form of Raoul.
I love that.
Wow.
You're safe with my kind.
Wow. That's amazing, Raoul. Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Raoul.
put my hand on his shoulder and
He flexes,
oh wow. That's amazing.
makes some squeaks again. You hear more
Just going
scurrying
with it.
going
She's
on.
like, yeah, sure.
They are preparing things for our welcome.
Wow.
And you see him like kind of just looking around like sternly, You're scurrying. Yes, let us make way back. All right, we'll call it here.
Okay.
But yeah, he's going to take you back to his camp.
Yay.
Damn, Raoul with the backstab damage. Total MVP maneuver. I wonder if Astris will express her gratitude to him later. But wow, y'all, I can't believe we made it through episode 1 together. I can't tell you how much your listening means to us. Please give us a rate and subscribe wherever fine podcasts are sold, or streamed. You know what I mean. Our episodes will be released every other Monday. So until then, my darlings, stay sexy.